Good afternoon, dear students. We are now facing a hopeless temperature atmosphere. In my more than 57 years age, I never faced such type of winter in my life. So today is quite hot. Temperature not less than 24 Celsius is 424. Arrival. Temperature is so high. Just I'm not with any sweater or jacket in the month of January. No, I can't imagine it even. Not only myself, all my surroundings, and no persons in Bangladesh could face such temperatures. Maybe it's a global change, Temperature, weather, change of weather worldwide. Anyway, this temperature is also maybe affecting our banking system and overall our livelihood, our financial activities, business activities, also affecting recoveries, bank recoveries, maybe. Anyway, when bank sanctioning loan amount to his clients, it may be industry, general trading, or business. Here again, as bank is providing loan facilities, then positively bank needs to keep mortgage in favor of sanctioned loan. So, mortgage is must. Sometimes personal guarantee. Sometimes personal guarantee is important also. Okay. So, as per the Oxford Dictionary of Business, while bank disbursing loan or sanctioning loan or giving approval of a certain asked amount of money by the client, then he asks to submit properties documents as mortgage. So, as per the Oxford Dictionary of Business, security means an asset or assets. Security means an asset or assets to which a lender can have resource if the borrower defaults in the loan payment. When borrower is default, paying his installments or the loan amount to the bank, then bank may sell out his mortgaged property and can collect its money, all including interest, not only the principal amount, also with interest. That is mortgage. Then some features or good characteristics of securities, and simply the loan taker, they may provide, oh, this property is of me, no problem, I am the owner of this building, that building, this land or that land. A document, no problem, he can submit a document. But how far that document is authentic, how far his ownership is authentic, is to confirm, is to ensure, to settle the falsified. Anyway, in that point, some features or characteristics may be identified, and basing upon those characteristics and features, bank may approve the mortgage properties Number one, in case of non-personal security, number one, that is the acceptability. The property or ornaments or foreign exchange can be used as the mortgage. That should have the acceptability. Right ownership of the loan receiver should have to ensure with right documentation. If the document is not proper and authentic, then bank, by verifying it to its own legal section, bank cannot accept that property. Then marketability. Yes, I am submitting a document, ownership document of a certain land, building or certain type of assets. Anytime, any moment that can be sold out, this marketability should have of that property. Otherwise, just that will be a very dumb type of property. Then liquidity. Not all the issues, liquidity, some liquid assets, say bond securities, share debentures, all these things are liquid assets. If these assets are mortgaged and if the party is failure to pay its installment or the loan amount, then bank can sell out in the quickest manner this sort of the bank securities and otherwise liquid assets, so that bank can very quickly collect or procure disbursed loan amount. Ownership. The property which the loan taker is giving mortgage, he should have to confirm his ownership upon the property. Therefore, loan receiver telling this building is of me, I have the document, okay, no problem. But that should have to be very clearly clarified and have to be expressed in such a manner so that the paperwork and the all documentation can ensure the ownership of that property of that Mr. John. Then price. It should also ensure the price of that property which is mortgaged or going to be mortgaged. If price is not identified or ensured, then what would be the basis of ensuring mortgage value? So it should have the pricing, right pricing. Then stability of price. The property which the loan receiver submitting as the document of a certain property as against the loan amount, its price should have the stability. While taking loan, then the owner of that property is telling, yes, my property's value is 30 crore taka. 3 or 4 months after this has been found, yes, no, is not more than 15 or 10 crore taka. Non-encumbrance. Non-encumbrance is not earlier mortgage against another loan. This should be ascertained. And in that point, the loan taker may submit a legal documentation and can show, yes, no, this is not mortgaged earlier to another organization or another banking or financial institutions. Then possession. Possession right is a very important right. Property's possession should have in favor of the loan receivers. If not, is under his encumbrance, then bank will not accept that mortgage property. Then possession. When someone is selling or taking loan from the bank and the financial institution, he should have possession right. I am taking loan as against this building. I am telling verbally, no, that should not be accepted. For that, he should have the possession right and right documentation, social and legal support also. Quality. Quality of that property must be ensured. It should be sellable. It should have the proper documentation. If not so, then that will be a very critical position from the side of the bank. If the bank wants to sell out due to defaulter, loan receiver, the party should ensure the right quality of property and the quality documentation of that asset. Next, earlier we discussed that in case of non-personal security, there is another point, that is, in case of personal security, number one, personal security is the very important thing. Bankers generally like the persons very much responsible, very much active enough, and having long experience and business expertise and knowledge. In that point, he should have to behave in such a manner, have to transact in such a manner so that the bankers will be confident enough to giving the party loan facilities, provide the party loan facilities, so that the party, anytime, any moment, any problem occur, then and there he can pay back the rest loan amount. Then honesty. Honesty is a very important and burning question. When bank is providing you loan and simply your property is mortgaged to the bank, and to sell out that bank, that's not so easy matter. In that point, clients has to maintain his honesty. If the clients are very much honest, sincere and devoted, then as per the observation of the bankers, they need to observe it first and then to accept or to allow. Then business capability. Yes, business capability is a very important thing. If certain businessman is not capable enough running a business, say for very honestly performing his business, he is maintaining, he is keeping his word, man of words, man of quality job, and very much regular in terms of disbursing payments of counterpart. This is very important thing. But certainly if someone is dishonest, don't maintain, or his behavior pattern is all the time excited, in that point, bank would not allow anyone for paying back a certain amount of money to Mr. John. Social responsibility. Social status is a very important thing. When some prominent businessman is coming, what is his actual social stability, social status? Bank need to understand client's social status. Basing upon his social status, and he may get regular loan facilities from the banks and the financial institutions. So social responsible, it indicates the dignity of client. If it's not positive and nice enough, then that will be the quite problematic. So these are the very important thing. These are the very important characteristics or features of good securities. Anyway, now we have to mention few points regarding existing problems in formation of capital structure in Bangladesh. Existing problems in formation of capital structure in Bangladesh. Number one, less per capita income. This is a real problem because per capita income of the Bangladeshi people is very with lower trade. Then low savings. As the earning is poor, the income is limited. So how can I save money? Then unwillingness to invest. There is a general tendency which just everybody likes to. Basically, educated guys are interested to engage themselves in the job. But
English medium.
And low savings and ignore about the capital market. I just got information this moment when I was delivering as I am delivering my lecture this moment. Yeah, stock exchange has been developing. This is a good sign. But I don't know how long this will continue. Anyway, this is also image. When a certain company, those who are taking loan from a certain bank, the bank also observe if it's a public limited company, bank observe its share value in the market, whether it is increasing or declining. That is the question of also image factor. Then unrest of politics is a very critical thing. It's a very huge problem for Bangladesh and third world countries, also like India, Pakistan, and some African countries. Unrest is a very critical thing. Asset value, anytime, any moment can decline. Then social and religious rules, regulations are also sometimes problematic. These are also affect in forming and framing the capital formation. Without knowing the actual meaning, they just explain so many things. Oh, this is legal, illegal, halal or haram, all these things. Excess control of government. It's actually, there is sometimes we face problem between the actual concept, those who are administering the government, at the same time the role and activities and skill and efficiency of the Ministry of Finance, and there is the interrelationship with central bank, Security Exchange Commission, the stock exchange, the stock market, at the same time banks and the financial institutions, correlation and is not that much common. Then excess control, as I said, and over excess control is also becoming very much critical of framing a formation of the fund of bank and of the financial institutions. Then fosters by some persons or groups. Say in Bangladesh we do see financial institutions, banks and leasing companies are very much as hostage under certain group or persons. Then the fear to disclose the undisclosed income. Sometimes the persons, those who are having a huge amount of money, they are worried to form or frame capital, undeclared money. They are not interested to show their undeclared money, what they earn by this and that way. Multiple ways and avenues are there, legal, illegal, whatever, or undeclared monies are there. These things are sometimes problematic and forming and developing capital structure in Bangladesh. Anyway, students, all these things are very tough and critical and the practical and realistic. Sometimes I can't express so many problems because I know, though I know, this is the real problem. Then and there some legal institutions are there and they will create pressure. And why are you telling these things? Actually, or so many thousands of undue practices, malpractices are continuing here. Anyway, another problem we are also facing. I mean, giant parties are enjoying all, but small parties, the small entrepreneurs, they are suffering a lot here in Bangladesh. This should have to overcome. Government should have to take necessary measures as the Ministry of Finance, Central Bank and the banks and other financial organizations and leasing companies must take it serious. Thank you very much, dear students, and carry on. Best of luck.